All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shar. I want you guys to stay with us for a little while, honey. Get your coffee, get your orange juice, your apple juice, whatever's necessary, so that you guys can stick with us. And we're going to jump right back into it. Let's go. All right. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Listen, y'all make it do what it do, what it do. And remember to speak when you walk on in the chat because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. If you aren't following me on any forms of social media, go ahead and follow me on all platforms at Shar's Reality number 6. If you hadn't had a chance to follow my backup page, please do at Shar's Reality Family. This is not a chat for children, so if you're a child, I'm sorry. You got to exit stage left. Hello to all my newcomers, flip floppers, and day ones. What's up? And lottie dotted to everybody. What's up, checkmates? What's up? Hello, everyone. Nene, I see you. Mama Bees, I see you. Jazzy J, I see y'all. That's right. Mind your manners in the beginning, Miss Linda. Hi, how are you? And welcome to the chat. Uh, who we got? Let me see. My screen is a little cracked, so let's see if I can get it. Is it Aiden? I hope I pronounced it right. I think I pronounced it wrong last time, but welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you for being here. You guys have been amazing to me, okay? So we all know we got the review. We're gonna cover that in a little bit, but even we got some more tea that's gonna drop tonight. Okay, now I've been struggling with my evening times because it's just been crazy. So I'm not gonna give you guys a time. I'm just gonna say I'll be back. Okay. Let's see. That's right. Continue to hit that like button and share the live. Share the live. Hey Terry, how are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Listen, what is it? Monday? I hope you all made it where you needed to go safely because the rain is raining over here. Okay. And when I tell y'all that I am not a driver in the rain, I'm not a driver in the rain. Any other day when it's dry, I'm a NASCAR driver, okay? But other words than that, I am terrible and I'm like afraid of the rain. And it's been raining since yesterday, excuse me, last night, and it's been heavy. Like this morning, I left for work within my normal time frame, like that 30-minute time frame to give myself. And when I tell y'all, it still took me, I was still late 30 minutes because it took me a while because that's how hard it was raining. Like I literally had to keep pulling over to be able to see or to not hydroplane. You know what I mean? Like it was rough out there. Hi, Strawberry. What's up, boo? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. I see you stomping through the chat. Yes. And I had a couple things I had to do today. So listen, it all worked out in my favor after all. Everyone is still speaking to everyone. We're going to get started around the 10-minute mark. We have a couple of housekeeping rules, but I'm going to let a couple more people come in before we even get into those housekeeping rules. Listen, I see a couple of you guys again went over and followed my TikTok. Thank you. I see a couple of you guys found my backup TikTok. Thank you. It's no rules in which one you follow. It's just one is higher than the other one when it comes to followers. So thank you either way. As always, you can find all those platforms if you just type in Shar's Reality. You're gonna find it, okay? Same logo for all of them. I try to keep it simple and easy for folks to find them. Um, and I received some really bad news today. And it's unfortunate that we all have to experience grief, death, trauma, at one point in our life. And it's unfortunate. The worst thing that I was, when I was talking to God today, I said, Lord, you my checkmates have become my family, right? Not physical, like in a physical form, but you guys, like, I love y'all. You know what I mean? Like, especially the ones that's been rocking with me since the beginning, the ones that's new coming in and just poured into me and just loving on me, the ones that's just in between. Like, you guys rock. Like, I mean that with my whole heart. Like, I love y'all. Like, so when you guys hurt, I hurt, right? When you guys are experiencing something, I feel like if I get wind of it, I'm going through it with you guys, right? So today, let me make sure I got the names right. I don't want to get anything wrong. And if you come in later and you guys are confused, you're more than welcome to DM me. But I want to make sure I'm saying the correct names. And I want to tell you guys what my plan is to be active because, from my understanding, these individuals have been a great source to Char's reality. And I want to make sure that I give the same in return in whichever way I can. Okay. So TNT G Mom, and she has a sister named Lizzie Wheeler. And apparently, and unfortunately, Lizzie passed away. I am so, so sorry. And it's unfortunate. And I want to be able to contribute to this. So if you guys have heard about this, again, my condolences to the sister and family. And also on the behalf of the checkmates, I am so, so sorry. And I want to be able to send some type of flower arrangement to wherever the service is being held. So if you guys see TNT, please have her DM me so that I can be able to send some flowers and send my love on the behalf of the checkmates. Um, I know it's unfortunate. I know it hurts. I know it stings. I know it burns. People always say, "What can I do for you?" And the best thing I've learned in a time of grief, sometimes it's best not to say anything. But I do want to send things because, from my understanding, these two have been a great support to Char's reality. Whether it was a view, whether it was a like, whether it was a comment, that means that they became a part of us, and we want to be able to support them. Okay. So please, because you guys know I'm not on here much unless I'm delivering, right? I want you guys to please get the word out. Hi, Justin. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Please get the word out that I would like to send a flower arrangement on the behalf of the checkmates and myself. And I just need to know, some of the arrangements so that I can be able to contribute to that. And we all go through something. And I think my mod that came through and said, Shar, did you hear? Because I would not have known. And I thank y'all that y'all understand when I log off, right? So I thank you for letting me know. And again, our hearts are with you and your family at this time. Okay. So I didn't want to miss over that. I wanted to make sure I said that in the beginning before we got into the mess, all right? Because real life is happening now, right? And we want to make sure we love on the ones that love on us, okay? So, anyway, We love y'all. We love both of them. The one that has passed on to be with the Lord and the one that's still standing. We are with you both. It's unfortunate and it stings, right? All right, we got to move on, guys. We got to move on. So, I got a chance to step into the chat yesterday for our review, season 9, episode 7 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I just gotta say, honey, Ken done lost his mind. And I'm gonna need Marquez to sit his slow tail down. He embarrassed me, my cousin, and my uncle. Y'all hear me? I was like, what is going on here? I hope that was editing that made him seem so stupid. But I know that sounds harsh, y'all, but something not right, okay? And also, Melody got a chance to sit down with the Scotts only to um find out that Martell has lied, okay, one way or another. And it's unfortunate. And also, Martell says he's done. Okay, maybe Melody wouldn't have filed for divorce if Tisha didn't put the battery in her back. Now, Martell, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you were done up before that. Okay, yeah, he embarrassed me, and y'all know I really want to say the other stuff, but I'm not. In Jesus' name, Amen. I'm gonna say it clean and cut. Okay, and that means y'all know what I meant. All right, nah, Marquez, Marquez. That was not cool the way you were behaving, honey. I couldn't get with it. I had to keep rewinding. I said, am I seeing what I'm seeing? He was embarrassing through the whole entire scene. I said, baby, who let them air this? I don't blame Trish for wanting a divorce. I cannot walk next to slowness. All right. I need you to be on the same beat as me, if not faster. Right. I couldn't do it, y'all. I'm just being honest. It was too much, Nene. It was too much. Mama Bees, it was way too much. Hi Denise, how are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. That's right. Y'all keep coming in and hitting that like button. So we're gonna go over it, okay? Unfortunately, I have to go over it, but Marquez, they could have left that scene out because if I thought you were smart before, I take it back, okay? How Dr. Heavenly said, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna take it back. I'ma say it. I ain't taking it back. Okay. I said what the hell I said. Sit your slow tail down. You hear me? And don't get the hell up until I send for you. All right. Ain't nobody call for you. I don't want you to get the hell back up. Period. All right. 37 likes and 65 in the chat. Y'all hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta start. Hold on. Let me grab my notes. Let me grab my notes. Let me give myself a little bit of light because for some reason I've been thinking I'm reading in the dark, and my eyes have been telling me that I am almost pushing 40 and my eyes are not cooperating with me. Okay. So let's have a conversation. Let me go all the way back to the beginning of my notes and we're going to talk about it, y'all. We're going to talk about it. Hold on a minute. I got it, y'all. I got it. Woo, baby. A lot has happened in this episode. I feel like we're finally getting somewhere, if I could be honest, but I don't want them to ever put Marquez in the front and center ever again. I want them to leave him out because it wasn't cool at all. Where is it? Ugh. Oh, I'm coming, y'all. I promise I'm coming. I thought I had it out, but apparently not. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, front and center. If you guys are here, still hit the like button, guys. I'm going to be looking down, so I'm not really looking at the comments, but I'll be back to the comments if that makes sense. All right. Let me get my mic a little bit closer to my mouth because I know I talk loud anyway, but when I go back and listen to myself, I feel like I'm kind of like far away. So I hope I don't make a mess here. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We there. All right. So let's start off with Mel and Trish. That's where it started off. You guys remember last week episode? Mel and Trish were sitting down, and Melody was basically pulling Trish cards, and she was telling Trish that the math ain't mathing. All right, get your timeline in order. Okay, that's where they started from. So Trisha is admitting that she should have said something to Mel before the time have come, right? She says, don't you think that would have been clever of you to have the conversation with me before time? And Trisha's like, yeah, I thought about it, but the time didn't prevail. I don't know how the time didn't prevail. You had all those rooms. Instead of complaining about rooms, instead of you being in Destiny and Sunny business, you should have been over there saying, you know what, can I talk to you for a minute? But you didn't, right? So I don't know if I believe that you thought about it. I think that was just a convenient thing for you at the time to say. All right. And then Mel goes into this whole questionnaire, right? Basically making her think about the people who are questioning her about the people that she believes that's her friend. Okay, so Mel questioned why her friends try to humiliate her and do it in an open space versus a private space, right? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not for humiliation, right? Now, I'm also for wherever you think you're going to embarrass me at, we're going to ring that thing up together because it's on. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm with Mel. As my friend, that's like having something on your pants. Like if you leak, on your monthly, and your friend be like, girl, you got blood on the back of your pants. You know what I mean? It's like, B, you don't see all these people in this room. You couldn't like pull me to the side. What was your purpose in trying to humiliate me? So Melody is trying to get her to think about what's happening. As your friends, why were they so gun-ho on trying to humiliate you? You feel what I'm saying? So, girl, you need to rethink that friendship. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And she goes, because if it was her, um, so Trisha basically says that Mel is apparently not good, right? So she calls out Mel for not being good with the fact that her and Martell aren't together and Melody is at a cool state. Look, that's what y'all got going on. It was way back then. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So Trisha is saying that that's not the case, because if it was the case, then Melody would have never questioned her in the first place, right? Um, But if it was her, she's saying that she wouldn't have cared, right? So the fact that Melody questioned her and cared, and I don't think it was about questioning. I think Melody was lining her up because Mel knew she was lying. So Mel's like, yeah, come here now, okay? So Melody just pulled her lies out and put some light on those lies. I don't think that Melody was asking her because she cared about Martell. And we have to use wisdom. When folks break up with folks, it's because they wanted to. It wasn't like Martell broke up with Melody. Melody broke up with Martell. She ain't checking for no Marty Moore, y'all. I promise you she not. Ain't nothing Marty Moore can do for her. All right? That's in the bedroom and outside the bedroom. He can't do nothing for her at this season in her life. If anything, he will sabotage the season. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, Mel encouraged Trish to get to know everybody for themselves. And that's what I like about her. She's been consistent with that. Whenever somebody come in new, she says, look, my thing is my thing. I want you guys to meet everybody for yourself. Even when Stormy first came in, even though she turned those tables, Melody said, look, everybody meet or get to know people for yourself. You know what I mean? And I like that. It's been consistent across the board. You hear what I'm saying? All right. So Trisha invites Mel to her son's graduating party or graduate party, whatever the hell you want to call it. I think it was both of those once I saw the sign. It was both of their signs. Mel was like, okay, where's it gonna be at? She like, my house. Mel's like, all right, long as there ain't gonna be no drama. She like, no, ain't gonna be no drama at my house, girl. You must not know the show. They don't give a dang on where the hell they create the drama at. They gonna create some drama, all right? And then they did like a flashback of all the places and spaces that drama arose at, okay? And Wanda was in the mix, and it was just a whole bunch of stuff. So your house is not safe. If it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down, and that's unfortunate, right? Anyway, so the next scene is Chris and Nell, and they're at Chris' new office space, I guess on the west side of Huntsville. And I guess it's not a great place, if I can be honest, because they started talking about how Chris used to get his haircut there and yada yada yada. But then when Martell walked in, Martell even was like, yeah, it got, I was here before. You know what I mean? Justin says the only reason why Melody questioned her was because it's too early in the chat. Wait a minute. It says because Lockjaw brought that dirt to her front door. Exactly. Okay. Justin, tell her again. 1 + 1 has always been 2. Mama B says that 48 is liking and 76 in the chat. Y'all almost there, but not quite. Please continue to hit the like button. We love you in advance, okay? So they go on and they're at Nell and Chris is at this new office space that Chris has purchased. Martell's look at me, join. Martell walks in on Chris and Nell with this white blazer on, these jeans, and like this, like some loafers and like this little polka dot-ish shirt. Where the hell was Martell going? Can y'all tell me where the hell was Martell going? I know he dressed like that, but he would have been better off just dressing like he was going to a gym. It wasn't like he was meeting with a broker or anything. Why was you dressed like that? I was like, Martell, take the whole outfit off. I didn't like it, okay? From the loafers to the jeans to the blazer to the polka dot shirt, it was too much, okay? And I think he may not know how to dress down. Y'all let me know in the comment section, do y'all think? He may not know how to dress down. Maybe he struggled with dressing down, perhaps. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, Martell comes in he's with his little whole shebang on. He asks them to show him around. Martell says, it has potential, but it does have a lot of work. Now, I don't feel like that was necessary to say because we know that. That's why they say that they're getting ready, right? They didn't say it was ready to go. It's always Martell trying to throw shade. What, you want a piece of the pie? You want them to let you work on it with no license? I'm trying to understand what's your reasoning, why you always got something smart to say in the wind. You know what I mean? Chris and Nell ain't my favorite people, but Martell be trying to be smart. All right, but anyway, let's continue on. So they show him around and he says he needs a lot of work, yada, yada, yada. Chris tells Martell that he went to see Marceau's house because Marceau is building a house in that area as well. Martell's like, oh, why the hell you had to bring them up? Ain't nobody talking about them. Now, I feel like there was a bad edit right there, if I could be honest, because how did it just jump from Martell and them? Y'all, I think I see some type of fox in this window. Oh, shoot. Okay, back to the review. Baby, it's some big stuff running around outside. Wow, it's kind of pretty and cool at the same time. All right, I got to get back to the review instead of looking out the window. I might need to close the window. It might be a distraction. Woo, baby. They huge, y'all. Okay, anyway. So Martell's like, who the hell told you to bring up? Hey, CC, what's up, boo? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. 88 in the chat. Y'all hit that like button. So Martell goes on to say that, why did you have to bring him up? I ain't talking about him. Why was that the first place you had to go? Okay. He didn't want to hear anything about Marceau. Although they both was going back and forth, Martell basically dismissed anything that Chris wanted to say. Martell is known for shifting the blame, although we all saw it play out, and Martell definitely did poke as well as Marceau poked. Now, nobody was right. Everybody, did something in the situation. And I said to y'all last week, what I say when I did that review, it had to be Mel that they were talking about. And the folks in that replay gang was like, it was AC. Him and Mel haven't been together and Lord knows how long. Let me tell y'all something. I couldn't wait to get back here in front of y'all, checkmates. Listen, I said to y'all, it had to be Mel. They might have mentioned AC, but like I told y'all, AC is a convenient tool for Martell. He don't love Melody, but he will protect Mel as far as like conversation-wise before AC. And the reason for doing that is because he's sour, all right? He's sour. And y'all was like, it had to be AC. It had to be AC. Martell set out his own mouth. He talked about both of his, his ex-wife and his baby mama, of the 5 children that he has. But the only person that he put emphasis on that really made him mad was Melody. I said that, like, listen, y'all better go back and mark my words, because y'all folks in that replay game was like, it was AC. Hotter, hotter, hotter. I said, no, the hell it wasn't. It was definitely Mel that he was mad about. You can see the fume coming out his mouth, right? And it's not because he loved her, because if he loved her, he would have did better. But for whatever reason, when folks talk about Mel, this dude like get red as black as he is. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and it's not because he cares. I don't know what it is, but that's very triggering for him. And he will flip over a table in a minute. Y'all hear me? He ain't going to even punch a butterfly for AC. And that's final. All right, but let me continue on with my review. So he goes on and tells him that. And he tells him that, wait a minute, let me back up a little bit because I want to make sure that I have. He didn't want to hear nothing about Marceau. He says, although they both was going low, Marceau didn't have to take it there to start with. Well, Martell, you don't get to tell somebody where to start and finish when you decided that you want to answer Destiny questions. You could have definitely said, Destiny, I don't want to go here. This is going to lead somewhere. But she gave you the crouton and your A chew right into it, right? Crunchy and all, you chew right into it. So everybody had a responsibility to do, and you didn't do it either. So, and Marceau and him is not my favorite people, but I'm just being honest. If you didn't want to walk into that mixed salad, then probably you should have backed off and says, nah, I ain't going to bite into that. But you did it because you wanted it just as bad as Destiny wanted it, period. You wanted all the smoke, right? Lies and more lies, it's all good. We still here. We still talking. We actually just getting started, if I can be honest, right? So Martell says that Marceau took it low. And basically he shouldn't have did it, right? So Chris was like, he feels that do you feel like he started it? Because Chris is confused like we are. Now, bro, you was the one that started this conversation as soon as Destiny asked you. So do you feel like he started it? And Martell was like, he started being disrespectful. So I dug in that egg. No, he didn't say it like that, but that basically was his response. He started being disrespectful, so I dug in that tail like nobody did business. So Chris goes on and says, you said so much that day. Nell was like, Martell said some S-H-I-T. Martell was like, Marceau said some S-H-I-T. Nell's like, but you said you said like big all right. So Chris was like, y'all both said some and Martell was like, everything I said was factual. Let me see. It was basically factual, right? And he says that he feel like Marceau was being foolish and he was a foolish person talking about the mothers of his children, all 5 of them. And he says that basically was the wrong move for him, all right? He says knowing all that he know and they have done together, he has witnessed and that he had done together. So that's a foolish person and he's going to have to own up to it. Now, I agree with Martell. If you know that Martell had all this mess on you, Marcel, why did you go so low? You could have kept it level-headed, but I feel like you went down to the sole of the feet because you was hurt that he just put you out there because he was tired of you not defending him, right? Now, like I'm saying, they both were wrong as hell. They both could have fixed it up. They both could have even went to the side and handled it like men. I don't agree with what you did. I think you did do it, but I didn't have to out it publicly if that's what you feel like I felt as a friend. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could have been handled better. But I'm with Martell. If you know somebody got some dirt on you that could sabotage you, just shut the hell up and go sit down. All right? 67 likes and 104 in the chat. Y'all hit that like button, please. And thank you. Hi, JDM. Welcome to the chat. I think Martell loved Melody. Yeah, past tense. I think he is weak when it comes to certain things. Absolutely. Lies and More Lies says, why defend Mel now? Because all he used to do in front of Mel was call her out her name and defend Ari when her name was brought up. Good job. You got a good observation there. A good observation. I'm with you. And the reason why he's doing it now, because he's already seen how Mel is winning. He's really sour as hell. Right? I tell you all the time, that dude be vomiting all over the place. Wherever he lay his head, he gets up full of vomit every morning. He can't believe he fumbled that bag completely. All right? And ain't no coming back from it. You hear what I'm saying? All right. So Martell A Wait a minute. Martell is A backwards because Mel tried to tell him about, yes, lies are more lies. She was the number one. You the one over here like letting them talk behind your back and then laughing it off. That ain't no friendship. She would repeatedly tell him that. Yes. About those Scots, and I believe something behind the scenes happened between them for Marceau to be done with him now. Not the revenge Pete, in my opinion. Oh yeah, it's much deeper than what we're able to see. That's the truth. And that don't even take a rocket scientist to figure out. Right? So look, we here now and we all in the business, right? So Martell says that he's a foolish person, knowing everything they did together and all the stuff that he has done by himself, right? Martell says, I must be a foolish person to let this dude talk about me on and off the social media because I've been doing the bro code. Now, I think Martell is the only one doing the bro code. The Scots talk about him on a regular basis. He's just too slow to catch it. Oh man, we boys, we this, that. You the only one consider them boys because here's the thing. If y'all was so much boys, why do Tisha know the boy stuff? Hello. Tisha should have never ever known that you send a picture to the boys and told the boys, look at her shaking her butt in the closet. The fact that Tisha knows that, the bro code has been broken. You just didn't know. You were the only one respecting the bro code. They telling their wives everything about you, but they forgetting to tell their wives that their tail was there too. You feel what I'm saying? Alpha Mickey the Builder says coming in from the bushes, and I hit that like button as you should. 71, number 71 asks for the boy loving Melody. Nah. That Nuka only seen Melody as a possession. There is no love there. Absolutely. Loved as in past tense. We clear of that. I agree. Maybe they are fighting about CK. Child. It could be. All right. It's definitely deeper than what we know. Hey, Veronica, how are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. So, anyway, Chris goes on and says that Martell, he starts to tell Martell what Marceau feels. And he's saying that Marceau feels the same way. The feelings are mutual. He don't want nothing to do with you. It is what it is, okay? It's lick back time for both of them at this point, right? And the relationship is over. And look, the lick back it has already started, right? We just got to see it play out for what it is and what's going to happen, right? So Nell goes on and says how disrespectful it was to throw Tisha in it. And I tell y'all then, and I'll tell y'all again, and y'all hear it too. I'm blue in the face. You understand what I'm saying? Tisha walked her A into that conversation, and Martell dragged her A out of it. You hear what I'm saying? She got everything she deserved. Miss Bad Wolf, right? So she got what the hell she got, and it is what the hell it is. It was fair game when she decided she wanted to be a mouthpiece for her husband. Let him defend you, and you stop defending him for a bunch of lies, please, and thank you in advance, right? So with that being said, Martell says that she talked about Melody. Here it go again, guys. He's clearing up that it was Melody that they were talking about. No AC in sight. Even though folks was trying to chew me up, he was talking about AC. He don't give a dang on. She's just a convenient tool. He ain't defending her. Okay? So he says that she talked about Melody. Nell was like, I thought it was Marceau that was talking about Mel. And he says, yeah, well, it was Tisha too. They both joined in on it. Okay? So he rag tag that. Hey, oh, y'all both want a tag team? My ex-wife? Okay, here we go. Now remember, Destiny said during her review that um that it was somebody he loved. And this is another thing that made me think it was not AC. And I forgot to say this during my review. The reason why I know it was not AC, because if it was AC, Destiny had no loyalty to Melody. She would have clearly said AC's name. The fact that she says somebody that was important to him or somebody that he loves or something like that, that means that it was Melody, because she don't want to ever say Melody's name because she's jealous, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? So if it was AC, it would have been easy for her to say she was talking about his baby mother, but she didn't say that. She said somebody. She didn't say that because it was definitely Melody. So that cleared it up also, okay? So then the confessional time coming, Martell says that she inserted herself into two men arguing, and now let me say. And basically now he going, it is what it is, right? He says no apology would be given. I know that's right. Clear the air. I ain't apologizing to nobody. It's fair game, okay? And then Nell says the Martell always arguing with a woman. I agree. He's always jumping in these woman face, and you guys, including Chris, allow him to. When Martell jumped in your face and you went back and told your husband, and your husband went back and had a conversation with Martell and basically let Martell tell him why he jumped in his woman face and the reason behind that, with there wouldn't have been no reasoning. My man better come correct. Don't jump in my woman face, period. And Chris brushed it off, was like, well, they just sisters, brother kind of argument. No, it wasn't. Martell was completely disrespectful to your wife. But the reason why he do it and continue to do it is because y'all husbands are soft and they ain't gonna do nothing. That's why he keep pressing up on all the women like that. I agree with Nell on that, right? So Martell says that Tisha have a lot to say. He said Tisha had a lot to say about him when him and Mel was going through it. He says he wants to know why Tisha was going so hard, how he thought some of the things may have triggered Melody to go through with the divorce. Now, Martell, let me enlighten you, and I know this is going to sting a little bit, right? Hey, Stephanie, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. I agree with you. Shar, I picked up on that comment from Dust Mite too. She clearly said he was defending someone he cares about. Exactly. If it was AC, she would have been happy to say it. You know what I mean? She clearly didn't want to say Melody name. All right. But they chewed me up in that after party over there on the replay game. But I'm just saying, Elf Mick, I'm here to clear the air. All right. I'm here to clear the air. All right. So, Martell goes on to say that Tisha has a lot to say. She was the reason why he believed Melody put the paperwork through or forced the paperwork through for the divorce, because Tisha was basically going so hard on him. So he's saying that she influenced Mel's decision. He don't believe that Melody would have went fully through with the divorce had not Tisha kept putting the battery in Mel's back. Now, I'm going to be honest, right? Martell, you are the reason why you got divorced. And Tisha ain't no friend of mine. But you, my dear, are the reason why you got divorced, because you couldn't keep your ding dong and the pants that they were put in that morning when you got dressed, right? And because you repeatedly cheated, right? And because you repeatedly lied, and because you had a baby, you hear me? And because you did not love your wife enough to only choose her. It's because you thought that your behavior was acceptable. It's because you wanted your wife to agree that you were going to cheat and y'all was going to live in the same house. No, we ain't going to stay under the same roof. We just going to do our own thing. You would have put her through hell. That's why y'all got a divorce. Even after y'all separated, you still gun-ho showed up at random places trying to attack this woman. Why the hell again did you think that Tisha was the cause for the divorce? No, your rage, your ignorance, your anger. Should we continue on? Is the reason why you got a divorce. Now, I know it's easy to push it on Tisha, but you, my friend, are the reason for your divorce. And you can thank yourself for that. You're the reason why you're broke as hell. You're the reason why you can't keep nothing together. You're the reason why you playing flip-floppy with AC. You're the reason why your A is getting karma right now for everything you put her through. You want me to continue on? You ain't got a lunch money for the kids. Your baby mom got, listen, your ex-wife, not baby mama, your ex-wife got to Uber some food over there for the kids. You struggling over there, allegedly. So why the hell do you think that it was Tisha's fault while you struggling today? It has nothing to do with Tisha. Let's own that thing. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I got you, Stephanie. You had a little bit of time. That was crazy. He said that. Yeah, it's called no responsibility, no accountability. Hey, who said that? Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you for being here. He needs to blame himself for what happened to his marriage. He needs to get over it. It has been 5 years. I agree. Another CC made a good point. She said Tisha was banking on the producers editing out her comments at the park about Melody, and sure enough, they did just that. Wow. I'm glad Tisha is getting her wait a minute. Oh, dessert. She did not shut Stormy down when she called Marceau a B. And she's not. And Martell just called Marceau a B to his face. And Marceau ain't shut him down either. I don't know what's wrong with these people, child. But we gotta continue on. We gotta continue on. So after he says that she influenced Melody's decision to go through with the divorce, he says, although he was wrong, Tisha didn't have to keep throwing it up in Melody's face. Nell says that you was talking about who Tisha was with in college. Martell says, yeah, because what she he says, yeah, because she never apologized for the things she was saying about him and their marriage back then. Now clearly he has some type of vendetta about towards Tisha from the things that Tisha has done and he saw played out over, over a series of episodes, and he feels like Tisha had a lot to say and he put them into play, and he's saying Tisha never apologized to him, and you may never get that right. It doesn't give you a right to go as low as you did, if I could be honest. But look, it's lick back time. Get what you can, okay? Get what you can. I'm here for it all. So Nell says that you think Mel would have she asked him, how would you think Mel would feel about it, right? So Martell says, if Mel was there to defend herself, Tisha wouldn't have said that SHIT. I agree. Tisha would have been shut mouth. She had all that mouth because Mel was not there. She wouldn't have said that stuff, that the stuff that we did hear and the stuff that we didn't hear out loud if Mel was there. So Martell had a point there for me. During the confessional time, Martell says that Mel may not be upset with what Tisha said, but it's his duty to tell Mel and let Mel make the decision. Okay, I guess you want to act like you care, but okay. Okay, we're here, all right? Whatever you want to do is cool with us, right? Let's see. Let me go down to the bottom. The boy is the worst case of a narc. He blames everyone for his actions when he knows dang on well he is the cause for. Yes. Listen, he's the cause of it. Point blank, period. Okay. Hey fam, hey Chronicles, what's up? Welcome to the chat, honey. If delusional was a person, it will be Hotel. He never ceases. Yep, never ceases to amaze any of us. He just be doing a whole lot and say anything that comes to his mind. He's truly a serial. Listen, he got some with him. The mental ain't click clacking. I don't care what y'all say. Now he a little bit more well put together than Brother Marquez, but the mental ain't click clacking, y'all. It ain't going. I'm trying to tell y'all. So anyway, he's going to deliver the message to Mel and let Mel know what Tisha and Marceau had allegedly said to her. Then you got Kimmy. Let me see. Oh, Ken and his boys. Now, I need editing or producers to really get this under wraps because I don't like random scenes. And it really burnt me up when I saw this scene. They walk into this random place and just, mysteriously they talking about Marquez. Like it was so GAY to me, right? So female-ish. I didn't like it at all, right? But we here now, so we must talk about it, okay? This scene was unnecessary, right? So Ken is explaining once they get past the whole marriage thing and how Marquez is and how the dinner went. And the boy is asking him, how did the dinner go with Marquez and Ken and Tisha all sitting down? And Marquez says that, it went well, better than he expected. How Marquez is not, basically Marquez is unstable. He says he's mentally unstable, and how Marquez is upset that he is, I guess Marquez is upset that he's with Trisha. And that's obvious. Marquez cannot swallow that Ken is with Trisha, but he needs to because he's selling himself short and he's looking like a sucker out here. And I'm tired of hearing about it, okay? Trisha is not the one and only. Listen, Marquez, go find yourself some new poom poom, and I bet she don't have that same bark she got now. She's only playing in your face because you're allowing her and you making her think she's something she's not. And not only that, you're also making her seem like you can't get nobody else. Move on, go get somebody else and stop playing it. It's just annoying now. You're just looking like a sucker out here. Okay? Who said that? Hey, boo, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you for being here. That part when Nell asks how would Tisha have react. Wait a minute. Where Tisha have reacted if Melody was at the park also shows the producers remove whatever Tisha said about Melody. Got you. I ain't even think of it that way, but I got you. Let's see. So he's explaining the whole thing, and he's saying that Marquez is upset because they're together, yada, yada, yada. Ken goes on and says that when she get the papers, he's going to get the ring. Now, I done said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I don't believe that Tisha is ready to marry him. I think he loves her more than she loves him. I think he's just convenient, right? She's going to go through a period where she's going to go through it. Divorce is like a death. You hear me? And she's going to go through it. And Ken, unfortunately, this will be another divorce. If she do marry you, this will be another divorce in a year or so because you are the rebound right now. When you divorce somebody, you don't want to jump right into something. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's continue on. So the friend gives some type of advice about talk to Tisha about trying it. If not, then don't invite Ken to no more events. First of all, that's not Ken. I mean, don't invite Marquez to no more events. First of all, that's not Ken's responsibility, and that's not his call, right? And I don't like this friend already because you two involved. Second of all, Ken got too much powers already, old Power Ranger, you know what I mean? And Tisha don't put him in his place enough right now. So he don't get to erase them kids' father out of their life because he wants to. Although Tisha is allowing him to, that's not his call. And he needs to back the hell down times 10. He's too invested. You understand what I'm saying? Too invested. So the friend, go away. We don't want your advice, okay? So Ken says that's where he at with it. After one conversation, then Ken starts talking. He says after one conversation, then he ready to talk with his hands. Ken, you ain't hitting nobody. That's why allegedly you pulled out that pow pow on small behind Marquez because you fight with your hands, right? We don't believe you. Tell somebody else the story. We don't believe you. All right? Anyway, you got Trisha at home. Destiny and Trisha is having this conversation. And apparently another scene that was not and edited well at all. So Destiny just mysteriously coming to your house when a notary person is coming to your house. Another story we don't believe, all right? But we're going to go over it, right? So Trisha is talking about how so Trisha is talking about how her and Destiny no longer train that much anymore. Well, I can tell you one thing for certain and two things for sure. The reason why y'all don't train that much together anymore because it was just for a storyline. It wasn't happening in real life, if you ask me. Now, that's the way I feel about it. So, of course, you don't see her much. Y'all don't did what y'all need to do. Drag Trisha in there one way or another, saying she was everybody's trainer. Now, y'all don't need her no more. Destiny ain't doing no real working out. Who are y'all kidding? Okay? But anyway. Trisha, the doorbell ring. It's the notary person coming to get the divorce papers finalized. Now, I don't know what y'all know about a divorce, but I've been divorced twice, right? And what I do know is that doesn't finalize. When they come and notarize the final paperwork, you still got to get your court date to finalize it, finalize it. So I don't know why they're sitting here with this scene pretending like this is the final step, like this is going to end it all. No, that's not the way it goes. Now the finalized paperwork has to go back in front of the judge, and then the judge has to finalize that. So why are we acting like this is the end all be all? I can't take y'all serious, but I just wanted to clear that up, right? So Destiny all looking around like how she's a part of a very, very, very big moment because y'all planned it that way, right? Because Destiny has no place to go. She don't have nothing to talk about. So they stuck her with Trish, who don't have nothing to talk about, right? So she's like, oh my goodness, how can I be a part of this very big moment, right? Trish says that she thought about it over and over again. This is when I say that she's really pressing the thing with Marquez because Kim want her to. Just by her response saying that she repeatedly thought about it over and over again while you got some dude laying on the side of you, says that you really want to work your marriage out. But Ken, you don't want to hurt him, and he's bringing more to the table right now than brother Marquez. So you're going to go with the man that's bringing in the money, right? The man that could do more for you. And I don't blame you, right? But let's be clear. You clearly not over your husband by saying you thought about it over and over again. And finally you was like, yeah, all right, I'm going to go through with it because Ken want me to. Let's be honest, right? That's just what I feel. Okay, so, and now she's crying happy tears. I doubt it. You just said you showed a lot of emotion in this without showing it, if I could be honest. So Trisha says that she didn't want to go get the divorce because they've been together for so long. And I understand that. I think they were like high school sweethearts or something like that. So it has been a long time. So it is a disconnect that's going to hurt, sting, and burn. Let me see what y'all saying. Liza Morris Live says, I believe it's possible Mel might be leaving. So Ari might be coming on. Reason they kept bringing her name up on Destiny, or Destiny will be his partner in crime for this show against the Scots, in my opinion. Wow. Nene Love says hello to everyone who said that. I think I got you, but if I didn't, hello again. Elf Mix says, have y'all noticed the cast has referenced Melody event a few times, but we haven't seen the footage yet? I don't think they're going to show it. Wow. I haven't. I gotta go back and listen. Trisha Marquez needs to be on someone's couch and not on TV, in my opinion. Ken is just big muscles and only got smoke for women, in my opinion. He annoying as hell, if I could be honest. Okay, annoying as hell. All right, so moving along. After that, so Destiny tells her like how you going to go through it. She's been here before. And you're going to go through a grieving period. Is she like, girl, I don't think so, because we've already been separated. For Destiny like, hold on. You definitely going to go through it. Now the paper has been signed, is sealed, and now this is much different than you guys being separated, right? And I can agree with Destiny. I don't think Trish know what comes after that, right? Which is going to push her further more away from Ken, because she's going to be like, I need to clear my head, right? So then Destiny goes on and on and on. I've been here before, yada, yada, yada. Destiny and Trish is talking about the party and Marquez and how Marquez is going to come, how she don't like that Ken is so calm about it. Destiny's like, how you don't like that he calm? You want him to be rat-tat-tat? And she's like, I don't like this too. That's why I say Trisha played both sides. She egged Ken up to be like this mean guy, and then she don't like it when he's calm. You know what I'm saying? So which one is it do you want? Do you want him to be ignorant to your baby daddy or your ex-husband or your current husband who's on the way to be your, ex-husband? Or do you want him to be calm? You have to make the decision of what you want from him. Because right now you seem like you're confused. I don't know what the hell you're looking for, but you need to get it together. Okay? So with that being said, you got Marquez and Tisha. I think that's a little bit man, because I don't know why that jumped like that, but I don't think that's the right page, y'all. Let me see. I feel like I'm missing something because that jumped to something else, and I don't feel like that's accurate. Wow. I think I just mixed my papers up, y'all. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna try to bring it back. It might not be in order, but I'm gonna try to whip it back because I think I just mixed my pages up. Okay. So you got Marceau and Tisha talking. Marceau says that Mel hit. Okay. I thought it said Marquez. It says Marceau. So therefore, we know what had happened. Marceau and Tisha are talking, and Marceau is telling him that Mel hit him up, and she's going to stop by. You can see the discomfort in Tisha's face. Y'all hear me? So Tisha's like, she hit you up, girl. Ain't nobody checking for your waterhead man but you. All right. So she hit you up. Marceau like, yeah, she wants to talk, she must want to talk about something. That's pretty much only time she hit me up. It's not like it's some, all the time thing. It's only when something is going on. So Tisha's, clearly not okay with it, but she get herself together. During a confessional, Marceau says, well, it always ends up well for him. So Tisha knows that it's always ugly for her, but it's well for him. Hence to why I said when he said in that post that he ain't have no way to contact Mel to tell her what was going on, you are a liar. Clearly, you just admitted right here that you and Mel end on good terms. So why couldn't you knock on her door and tell her what was the plot and plan? You little liar. You just answered the whole thing for us, okay? But anyway, Mel walked in. Everybody's saying hello and they all talking, yada, yada, yada. Hi. And she tells them, look, we all agreed that if we all have a problem, we can come to one another and have a conversation. That is why I'm here. Then she tells them why she's there. And she's saying that Martell hit her up, sent her a text message saying that Tisha and Marceau was basically talking about her. Now, I know that they can't film together. And Melody said that she never responds so she can get like full details of what was said. But I wish that was able to happen because by her not having nothing really to go off of, they were able to flip the story like they didn't say anything. And I doubt for a second that it happened the way the Scots are saying it, right? So because Mel and Martell are not on good terms, they got away with whatever the hell it was that Martell was making reference to. Do I believe that something was said about Melanie? Absolutely. Do I believe that Martell was trying to manipulate his way back in through them doors by telling her what Tisha and Marceau said about her? Absolutely. But I wish that there was a way that Martell could have had dropped what was said so that she could have went into details with the Scots and they weren't able to get off the way they were able to get up from this table. I really, really, really wish that. Because clearly the Scots were like, he lying. And you see Tisha and Marceau were like feeding off one another. So that's how I know it to be true. Veronica says Martell violated that non-contact order by sending her that text. That's what I was thinking. I was wondering, was it in place when that text came by? Cat HR, welcome to the chat. Hi, Sharon chat. Yes, that is so correct. You have to go before a judge. Thank you. I thought so. I said I done did it twice, and I know we live in two different states, but I don't know if that part is much different, right? Before a judge, along with someone who witnessed the marriage for the final divorce decree. Uh-huh. I thought so. Welcome to the chat. Says, let's see. Everyone is speaking. I don't think they aired it, especially if Mel was saying she met Marquez at the mimosas. Okay. I thought Trisha signed the divorce papers at the restaurant, and another with Ken there. Yeah, but at the restaurant, there was no notary, so that didn't mean anything. That was just for show. You could tell a person that never did a divorce before, okay? And then the notary is necessary. That is necessary, but that doesn't finalize it. So it's just a whole lot of bad editing and people that don't know how divorce work. And it's looking dumb now. And even Ken got on live and said the girl was divorced. And then Tay went and pulled it up and said they were not divorced. So here they go, just caught in a bunch of lies again. All right. I believe it's possible. Mel might be. Okay, I read that one. All right, all right, all right. So I really wish that it would have been more given in the text message so that the Scots wouldn't have been able to walk away scot-free. Because now they're at a point where, the Scots are able to lie. And Tisha's like, yeah. And first Marcel started off saying, I ain't say nothing about her. And then Tisha was like, no, you did make reference. This was when you did make that reference, right? So, like I said, I wish there was more to that text message so that they wouldn't been able to walk away so scot-free. And Martell was acting like he wanted Mel to know, but I believe, like I said, that he was one trying to get in between that no contact thing that they got going on, and he wanted Mel to know, but I believe there was reasoning behind him texting. He thought that Mel would take focus off the fact that she wasn't supposed to be texting him on no personal stuff, and she would slip up and text him. That's what I believe. But she was one step ahead of him. She was like, I don't give a dang on what they said about me. I'm gonna go straight to the camel mouth and I'm gonna ask them what the hell they said about me, but I ain't texting your tail back. And I love that. Y'all hear me? All right, so now it's party time. And then here we go with Brother Marquez. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. And I'm gonna say it before I even start talking about the party. Marquez, sit your slow tail down and don't get the hell up till I send for you, okay? All right, thank you. This was a lot. So Trisha tells Kim that the papers are signed and how should she tell Marquez at the party, okay? Which was messy. Why the hell would you be mentioning some dang on divorce papers in the middle of a party that's for y'all kids? That's like messy, real childish and juvenile. Girl, do something with your time and stop playing with me, okay? So, and now they signed, she thought it would be a perfect time. So, Trisha, how do you figure? How do you figure this is perfect time in the middle of your kids' party? Girl, do something else with your time. So Marquez is walking around like a dang on deer out of headlights, all right? He walking around all stuck, And maybe Marquez was drinking before he got there. I don't know if he was or he wasn't. But if he was, I don't want him to ever do that again because he was just dumbfounded. Y'all hear me? And he was walking around this party. He put all the light on himself. And I'm glad they showed it outside of that little one clip we got a chance to see. So Marquez is walking around like a deer out of headlights, and announcing that he's the father. Everybody like, okay, all right, all right. Even he tapped Nell like, hey, hey, I'm the father. Nell like, okay, all right, okay. Nell know he a little touch. You know what I mean? So I know he a little touch. After this party, nobody can tell me he's saying because he's not. Okay, super awkward. You hear me? Super, super, super awkward. Then he makes a toast, to the dudes, and he's talking about I don't know what he was even talking about. And he's asking these guys for advice. And why right now, Marquez, focus on your kids. Why the hell you want to tell the kids what's going on? And he took your wife and he's taking your kids on trips. Why you want to tell the bros that right now? Like, is you slow or slow? You know what I'm saying? Carlos is to blame for what the Scotts have gotten away with. Now he can't continue to use Mel and Martell stuff anymore. Martell, okay, I read that one. All right, I want to make sure I ain't miss nobody. All right. So now he's sitting in the middle of the party telling, the men how he triggered that Ken had his woman and, his wife and his kids in the house, and he want them to, support. He want their support and how he needs some advice. Support your dang on self, Marquez. Get your slow out that dang on party. Sit your A down. If you had something to drink, don't have nothing else. And if you need to see a therapist or a counselor or something, you gonna do that as well. But this was a lot, okay? This was a lot, and you got on my nerves, right? Now I'm usually swinging for Marquez because Ken always trying to punk him, but this time he got on my nerves. Y'all hear me? Sit your tail down. All right. So Chris is like, okay, I don't even know you, but this is the first thing you basically gonna say to me. I don't know you, right? So Marquez is like, he had a problem because he found messages. Now this is why I say he knows what he's doing, right? And he's well aware. Because why are you telling some guys you never really sat and had a conversation with how you found messages and Trisha phone or DMs back with towards Kim back in 2017? Why did you feel like they needed to know that? Because you knew what you was doing. You came to stir up the pot. And for me, that's fine because Kim been messing with you for a long time. So if you came to stir that pot, go for it, right? And if it ain't sticking, keep stirring. You know what I mean? I'm like, get him, Marquez. So he's basically letting the boys know he's not who y'all think he is. He been messing with my wife since 2017, even though he's trying to act like he this Captain Save-A-Ho. You know what I mean? This super Power Ranger with superpowers. You know what I mean? So Marquez is outing him in this moment. Ken wants validation. Ken, you are a great save a hoe, okay? And now you are saving Marquez. I think Melanie knows all of the answers before Marquez definitely pre-game before the party and came empty-handed to his son's graduation / college send-off event. Very low, bro, and classless, in my opinion. Yes. And Trisha said this party cost her 10K. Where? She said that on that interview. Where? And she put emphasis on that. And where? I want to know. Where did this party cost 10K at? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. If you show me receipt, I'll take it back. But I don't believe this party cost you 10K. All right, so that's that. And he outed Ken and Trisha relationship again. She been messing with this dude since 2017. Don't let her tell y'all nothing different. And he says it was 4 years before he even left the house. So Trisha, you was messing with Ken according to Marquez for a minute now, all right? And he outed yourself, right? Justin says, I think Melanie knows. Okay, I read that one. Lies are more lies. It was a lie. He told all the business. All right, so Ken walks in on Mel and Trisha at this point. Another awkward moment. Why the hell are you sitting in a room with two women? You know Trisha not feeling you. You know Mel don't know you like that. All she knows that you popped up, or maybe you visited the mimosas. I don't know what the hell you did, but it was no real thing. So just the fact you walking in like y'all like that was super annoying. Again, another awkward, stupid behind moment that you need to just sit your slow tail down. Period. Right? So Mel, Trish, and how hard it was for him, and he ain't never been over that house before? And Trisha's like, hold on, you definitely have. Now, you ain't been like, in this area and stuff like that, but you've been areas of the house. Marquez asked Mel, how do you deal with triggers? So Mel's just like, don't be the trigger. If you feel like you triggered, don't be the person who do the triggering. So Trisha's like, he speak in silence and I speak loud. Mel's like, well, you speaking, loud right now and I can feel that thing. I was like, good, call her out, Mel. Stick to it. Stick to the guns. You know what I mean? Stick to the script. Get her. You know what I'm saying? So Ken started his little thank you speech. And this is when he got on my nerves, which we've already saw this in the clip, but it was a little bit more real in the whole episode, right? So Ken started his thank you speech, and that's when he go up and this whole rant about celebrating the kids and the parents, which is him and Trisha, disrespectful as hell. You are not those kids' parents, right? You had no business claiming to be their parents. You invited their father there. The least you can do as the man that you claim to be is acknowledge their father, right? And that's what you came to humiliate him for? That's corny. You know what I'm saying? And he got on my nerves at this event. But right is right and wrong is wrong. So everybody... And then he says, to everybody that takes care of their kids, another outing. He's outing Marquez again for not taking care of his kids. That wasn't necessary. Like, so I'm considering you to be a punk at this point because you're doing a lot of jabs that's not necessary. But you're so busy trying to show off for your homeboys. They laughing in the corner. Like, where all y'all from the same corny behind club? Where y'all come from? You know what I mean? So they laughing in the corner and yada, yada, yada. Everybody who take care of their kids and how, he's the younger father. What kids do you have? You're not a father, right? So he's the youngest father and he's being influenced by all these other fathers in the room. And like I said, if you're talking about the Scotts, they can't teach you anything. And if you're talking about the Fletcher, he has problems in his, his grown children paradise as well. So who are you looking for to advice as well? Like, who are you looking for advice from? I'm confused. Martell can't teach you nothing. The Fletcher can't teach you nothing. And neither the hell can the Scotts. Who are you looking for advice from? Just follow your own path at this point because you'll be better off following yourself other than these gentlemen because they're a bunch of weak people. You hear me? And then it pretty much ends there. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the review. Marquez gave me a headache, okay? He was a straight sucker and slow. Ken could never sit 10 toes next to me. Hell, he can't sit 1 inch next to me. He's annoying too. Trisha, this is going to come back and bite you. All right? Now, you playing a lot of dangerous game. Ken was a POS for making his speech about himself and not the son. That's what I said. And the clip that they showed prior to the episode where Ken... they didn't show that the oldest son was there. And when they showed it in this episode that son was there, I was like, dang, that makes it even more foul. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was so weak and lame. Kim was POS for making, that was like, because both babies could understand. And you can see the discomfortness in their face. You cannot tell me that you love his children, because they're not yours. I don't care how you slice and dice that thing. His children, but you have no problem with humiliating their father in front of them. You cannot tell me no difference, honey. No difference at all. And I can't take it serious. I blame Trish for not taking the lead and saying the speech for her son. There you go. Ken can't tell you enough about your son. He ain't been there long enough. You feel what I'm saying? So why do you feel like that was something that you needed to let him do? But if y'all think this man ain't controlling her behind them closed doors, you sadly mistaken. That man is running everything about her, down to what socks she wears. You hear me? And that's just my opinion. But listen, guys, we're about 8 minutes over our hour live, and I do have to jump off to prepare for my next thing. But listen, checkmates, if you are still hearing the sound of my voice, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel. Remember that Lizzie is the one of the sisters, TNTG mom, that passed away, and our condolences to her. If anybody get word of it or find out some funeral arrangements, please let me know so that I can be able to send a flower arrangement to be a support for the support that the young lady has showed in my chat. Okay, so listen, I love y'all, and there's nothing you can do about it. And don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, bye.